We're on the move once more with a full crew, I might add, Declan having flown in from Australia just in time to join us as we escape to one of Southeast Asia's most celebrated cruising destinations and the perfect base for island hopping in the Andaman Sea, Thailand. Cliffs, caves, wind, white sand beaches and an abundance of coral and marine life. We're ready for this next adventure, and to kick it all off, we're sailing to Koh Lipe, the southernmost island in Thailand, and a mere hop, skip and a jump from Langkawi. Thailand, Ive?
Yeah, we're here. Here to make some chaos.
This is your fourth country in about 2 months, isn't it? Or 3 months?
Yeah. I'm just kind of good like that. Not one country can hold me down. I see myself as a free spirit and just wandering through life aimlessly. That's me.
Well, I've been to 4 countries in the last 3 months.
Same.
That's what I just said to Deck, Ivan. You've got 5.
Oh, 5 then. I must be 5. I thought you said 3 in 2 months. Oh, that's right, Cambodia. Yeah.
Each Southeast Asian country has its own distinctive watercraft. Indonesia has its Phoenician and Balinese Jukung, Malaysia has colourful Sabah fishing boats, and Thailand its iconic Rau Hang Yao longtails, employed as sightseeing boats in coastal areas. We touched down between the longtails on Pattaya Beach. It's easy to see why Koh Lipe gained the nickname the Maldives of Thailand. It is a beautiful beach. White sand, gorgeous blue water, lovely. From here we had direct access to Walking Street, a lively, narrow, shop-lined avenue that connects one side of this tiny 4-kilometre square island to the other.
That's very cool. Like it?
Yeah, it's nice. It reminds me a lot of Bali actually. Very commercial. Lots of little shops selling knickknacks and clothing, but it's actually really quite nice.
Cool.
What's this, Dick?
Just a bit of kush, lazar, wacky backy.
Oh, I can smell it now, yeah. The good golden kush.
Marijuana is legal throughout Thailand and every other cafe seems to sell it. We were just here for immigration and a spot of lunch before heading to the nearest 7-Eleven to buy SIM cards. Okay guys, what are you here for?
Zaza.
Weed. I mean, no, SIM cards. So that we can track down.
Sometimes you forget, don't you?
So that we can find more places with weed.
It's been having effects on my mind already.
Ivan hasn't stopped talking when he found out that cannabis is legal.
I'm not going to smoke it, I just find it funny.
Yeah.
He's
not going to smoke it or eat it or ingest it in any way, shape or form, but he does find it amusing that it's so readily available. Thank you, Ivan.
Yes.
Like weed, internet access is excellent in Thailand and cheap compared to New Zealand or Australia. Unlimited, fast internet for 1 month costs only $10 per person. The important job of getting SIM cards.
It's got to be done.
I have a red phone. That means that I'm cool and special, that you have to treat me differently.
No, people with red phones have anger issues. People with blue phones.
That is not true!
Our first visit to a Thailand township, and there is cannabis, marijuana, hoochie, everything you want to call it, is all there, freely accessible. It's growing in pots in the restaurants, it's in the cafes, it's in special boutique cafes, hash houses, it's everywhere. And we've had these discussions with the boys. I've said to the boys, you know, if you want to have a smoke of the old hoochie, the DAC, the whatever you want to call it, then we all do it together as a family.
I am not at all thinking along those lines, Robert. I don't know where that's come from. I do not agree with... Yes, but My thinking is do not do it at all until you're 27. Unfortunately, there is mental illness in both of our families. To have a predisposition to possible psychosis from having marijuana, something I do not wish upon my children. So I would not sit down and smoke a doobie with them, because it would be okay if they did it with me. It's not okay if they do it at any point until, I would say, their brains are developed and they're 27. It's a big risk for our genetic makeup, but walking through that little village there, or the little town,
And it's fully changed your mind?
No,
and you
it
just wanna
makes you
smoke
think,
this
oh,
out?
it can't be that bad, look, it's everywhere and everybody's doing it and it looks okay and it's in the food, and so it's okay. But
Back to me.
unfortunately it's not okay.
I suspect, because we don't know, I suspect part of the problem is that if you have this stuff that's been adapted and hybridized and strengthened and potentized, you're potentially running the gauntlet on that. But if you want to have a mild or gentle, or whatever the word is, naturally grown, unmessed with product, I think your chances are pretty low of any problems.
I want my children to grow up happy and healthy and not have to worry about their mental health. So pretty low is not good enough.
Medicinal marijuana is really powerful, and it's a fantastic product for lots of healing properties. That's my take on it as well. So if you can take it, no, you can't have it. I'm talking. I reckon, be sensible, get the good stuff. You're going to be okay. The medicinal stuff in particular, as I say, I mean, it's got so many positive properties to it. But again, you've got to manage it well.
A new study out of Denmark suggests that cannabis use is linked to 1 in 4 newly diagnosed cases of schizophrenia in young men. I pray, therefore, that the only highs our boys achieve in Thailand come from kite surfing.
This is probably kind of the first official kite.
It's been a long time coming.
I am going to go on the kite
Yep.
and then head up that way a bit so that we're away from the boats. And then I'm gonna just hold on to the ski rope that's attached to the dinghy. And I'm gonna hold my kite at 12 o'clock, just up in the middle,
Yeah.
and just control it with the one hand. It might be a bit tricky. Probably take a few
I
tries.
think you're just holding on to it's going to be okay. Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay, well you can always let go.
Well, yeah, I can always let go if it's too high.
Yeah. I do not have a good feeling about this. We're doing it, but I don't know. The pit of my stomach, I'm like, this does not seem right.
That is so cool.
It looks cool, it looks scary.
I feel so safe doing loops up there. Really? Yeah, because I have plenty of time to get caught by the kite.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know that I have plenty of time, because did you see I was looping?
Yeah, I did, I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. So the higher you go, the more top course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot safer to loop at high.
Wow.
There's your board! Oh, there's your board.
Well, good morning, folks. Got a blustery old little sail going on here. We're sailing from Koh Lipe to Koh Rok Islands. Got away about 4:20, 4:30. Apparent wind has been up to 25, 26 knots. I've put 2 reefs in the main. I've got a bit of a reef in the Genoa. But we've been ticking along at 8 knots pretty consistently the whole time. It seems to be settling down to about 20 to 21 knots apparent now, and we're taking it about 50, 60 degrees. Actually, sorry, I've got it on 70 degrees right at the moment, and I've got it on the wind setting, so the wind is always the same angle to the sails, so we might be just steering a little bit off course here and there as we travel. We're pretty much heading directly for our destination though, and it's great sailing. Gosh, I must say I loved Koh Lipe. I'd love to, could have stayed there a lot longer. But we have to move on. A couple of problems, I should say. The starboard engine warning light, warning buzzer, keeps flashing on. It's not for temperature, which suggests it's for the a water ingress into the boot of the sail drive. That's what the alarm has been going off. It's intermittent, it's been on and off and on and off before. We've had this problem before when we were going down the east coast to catch up with Zatara actually. And it was a very minor issue that didn't require haul out. And I'm hoping it's the same problem again. A minor issue, but it's to stop the buzzer going off, I've had to disconnect it for the moment, and further investigation will have to be done. If it's a problem, we're going to have to haul out, and it could be a seal has broken on the sail drive. There's two seals, an external and an internal. It could be the external. Time will tell. The light is just coming over the horizon, and it's getting lighter as I speak. What a perfect start to the day. A dawn cup of tea. What sailor could ask for more? Oh, perhaps a little bit too milky. I slopped a bit too much milk in, I think, but it's good, still good. So do we go to that white buoy there?
How about that mooring?
On this side.
Like a pro! Koh Rok is uninhabited, however tourists are ferried to and from the island daily to visit what is said to be in the country's top 10 beaches. Cruising boats are charged 400 baht, which is $20 per person, to pull up a mooring buoy and stay up to 5 nights. We couldn't wait to get into the incredibly clear water. The water here is so deliciously clear, and it's been so long between our swims in water like this. I cannot wait to get in. The boys are already in the water. I'm going to join them.
Staring in the silent cold. Are you frozen? Are you broken? The valley showing down below. Are you floating? Were you hoping? I've been living on the edge of somewhere I don't know, and it feels like it just might crumble. And I've been looking at the outside, fire and snow, searching for my own soul, hanging on the gallows.
That was pretty cool. The water is so warm. It's incredible. It's almost the same temperature as the air. It's like 29 degrees. But I did swim into the coral and got myself a cut, which was not a good idea. Wasn't paying attention. And I'm just going to put some hydrogen peroxide on it to make sure I don't get an infection. I love the way it froths up where you've got the cut. You know you've got it. Other than my self-inflicted wounds, a very nice start to our island hopping in Thailand. I think we're going to like it here.
Thanks for watching to the end. Just a reminder, the boys have started their own YouTube channel called Kiwi Boys. Be sure to check that out. And if you enjoyed the pristine waters in this episode, I reckon you should check out this episode where we're in the rolly shoals on the west coast of Australia. Stunning. If you're into boat work, you could go and check out last week's episode, which was, well, all about boat work. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next week.